Hello everyone, I welcome you all to my channel Between the Leaves. Today we're gonna talk about kalanchoe or kalanchoe. Many people get confused in the pronunciation whether it's kalanchoe or kalanchoe. British people pronounce it as kalanchoe and American pronounce it as kalanchoe. So let's get in the video. Do you know, at one time a kalanchoe plant was only sold as a flowering Christmas plant. Today kalanchoe plants are sold in bloom throughout the year and are one of our most popular indoor flowering house plants. This is an easy care succulent plant that grows extremely well in a bright spot in your home. Be careful not to overwater. Repot once the plant has finished flowering and has rested for about a month. This is a short, bushy, upright plant about 12 to 18 inches tall and 6 to 20 inches wide with thick oval-shaped leaves. And one more thing, this is a succulent that will not die on you so easily. The long-lasting star-like blooms on a kalanchoe appears in clusters at the end of sturdy stems. These come in clusters, look. The best part is that blooms on a kalanchoe plant may last up to 2 months. 2 months. If you are quick to deadhead the flowers, you will encourage the plant to bloom more often and produce greater number of flowers. Now let's discuss the tips how you can care for this beautiful succulent. Okay, when we buy a kalanchoe plant, the first question that comes in our head is that how much light for this plant. A kalanchoe plant needs bright indirect light and can even tolerate direct sun during the fall, winter and spring. If it receives direct sun in the summer, it burns the leaves as the sun in the summer is too intense. The blooms on a kalanchoe plant are photoperiodically induced. As the days get shorter and a kalanchoe experiences longer periods of darkness, the plant produces more often. This succulent kalanchoe plant has plump leaves that store water for long periods of time. These plants are easily overwatered, which ensures root rot. I'll show you that it has water. See? Always allow the top 50% of the soil to dry out before watering a kalanchoe. If the soil is exceptionally dry, sit the plant in a deep saucer of water for about 10 minutes. This not only prevents overwatering but keeps the leaves dry. Wet leaves encourages plant diseases such as leaf spot or powdery mildew. Now, some of you may not be familiar with the word powdery mildew. So let me explain it to you. Now, powdery mildew is a plant disease that forms grayish-white border on plant leaves. So you never miss this plant, never missed, and never water it from the top. Okay, just take the watering can and water it like this, not shower it. Okay. Fertilize every month when the plant is actively growing with a fertilizer high in nitrogen. Cow dung manure is very high in nitrogen, but I add vermicompost every month. Here are some flowering tips. Remove faded blooms as soon as they appear. Encourages more flower development. Starting in October, keep a kalanchoe plant in total darkness for up to 14 hours a day. This encourages the plant to bloom even more. If you see, these flowers have started to die, and what I will do is I'll just pinch it. Okay, what I'm gonna do is when they stop blooming and all the flowers are dead, I'll just cut it from here, and it will allow side growth and it will make my plant bushier. A kalanchoe plant is fairly pest resistant. When placed outdoors for the summer, they may attract mite, scale or aphids. These plants are very sensitive to chemical insecticides, so go for organic. You can spray neem oil solution. I spray neem oil solution every month to avoid problems in the future. I believe prevention is better than cure. A kalanchoe plant may get leaf spot disease or powdery mildew. The best way to prevent these plant diseases is to keep leaves dry and provide good air circulation around the plant. As you know, it's a succulent, so use a light soil composed of peat moss, sand and perlite that drains well for it. When using a basic potting soil, be sure to add an equal amount of sand or perlite for good drainage. I have added perlite, and if you don't have perlite, don't worry, add sand. Now let's talk about pot size. Kalanchoe doesn't need to be kept in a very big pot. They prefer smaller pots. As you can see, my pot size is so small. It is so small. You see, maybe this could help. They really need to be in a container longer than 8 inch wide and 6 inch deep. The containers must have drip holes in the bottom so excess water can drain out. If the pot is too large, the soil stays wet for too long and the roots die. And any succulent, whatever it is, they always like smaller pots. Remove dead or dying flowers as soon as they appear. Cut bare stems to keep the plant full and bushy. As I told you, if you want it to bloom, let it be, but if you want to remove it, then just remove it from here. I'll remove it from here and it will make my plant even bushier. Stem cuttings, plant division and offsets are the best way to propagate a kalanchoe plant. When using stem tip cuttings, be sure to allow the cut end of the stem to dry out for 24 hours before the planting them. This prevents the cuttings from developing root rot. And one more thing, it is a poisonous plant and it is toxic to cats. I have a cat and I never let her go even near my plant. So be careful, it is very poisonous and it can be very dangerous. So yeah, that's a wrap. I hope I could help. See you in the next one. Till then, talk to your plants. Bye.